Nigel Farage confronts Sadiq Khan in tense live interview, the moment everyone's talking about. You're not going to believe what just happened on live TV. A moment no one expected, and certainly one Sadiq Khan wasn't prepared for. Nigel Farage, sharp, bold, and unrelenting, sat face-to-face with the Mayor of London. And what started as a routine policy discussion turned into something much more dramatic. This wasn't just political theater, this was raw tension, exposed in real time. And now, that single exchange is lighting up headlines, flooding social media, and sparking one of the biggest debates in recent months about leadership, crime, and the future of London. Let's break down exactly what happened, and why it matters. It took place on a late-night current affairs program hosted in front of a live audience. Farage had been invited to comment on recent London crime stats and rising tensions around the upcoming mayoral election. Khan, there to defend his record. The first few minutes were civil, scripted, even both sides sticking to familiar talking points. But then the tone shifted. Farage leaned forward, looked Khan directly in the eye, and asked, "Mayor Khan, do you honestly believe London is safer today than it was 5 years ago? And if so, what city are you living in?" The room went silent. Khan blinked, visibly caught off guard. And for the next 3 minutes, everything changed. What followed was a series of fast, pointed questions from Farage, hitting hard on knife crime, gang violence, and policing priorities. He cited a string of incidents, including the recent daylight stabbing in Croydon, the muggings around Oxford Street, and the increasing reports of organized gang activity spreading into the suburbs. And then came the line that had viewers gasping. "You spend more time policing language than policing the streets, Mr. Khan. Londoners are afraid, not offended." Khan attempted to push back, mentioning increased investment in community policing, youth programs, and the challenges of post-COVID recovery. But the damage was done. Online viewers had already clipped the moment, and Farage's line was going viral. By the next morning, clips from the interview had racked up over 4.2 million views on X. One trending post read, "Farage just did what no journalist has managed. He asked the real questions, and Sadiq Khan had no answers." Another, "Sadiq Khan got exposed live on air. If this is leadership, we're in trouble." Even some neutral voices chimed in. One political analyst said, "This wasn't just a Farage moment, it was a London moment. Because millions of people watching felt the same thing he was saying." The hashtag Farage versus Khan trended for nearly 36 hours straight. While the headlines focused on the drama, the truth is the argument reflects deeper policy divides. Farage has long criticized Khan's soft approach to crime and immigration, accusing him of focusing on optics over enforcement. Khan, in contrast, has positioned himself as a progressive reformer, arguing that social investment and equity are the long-term answers to crime and unrest. But with London crime figures stubbornly high and public confidence in safety declining, many Londoners are asking, has Khan lost touch? Is Farage simply voicing what ordinary people feel but aren't allowed to say? Even some Labour insiders are reportedly concerned. A senior local councillor told a radio station, "The mayor needs to stop underestimating Farage. He's connecting with people who feel completely ignored by London's political class." This flashpoint comes at a critical time. The London mayoral election is just months away, and while Sadiq Khan remains the favourite, public frustration is growing. Farage hasn't officially declared he's running, but let's be honest, moments like this feel like a campaign launch. And the more viral his confrontations get, the harder it becomes for other candidates to ignore him. Voters are tired of carefully worded spin. They want straight talk, even if it's uncomfortable. And that's exactly what Farage delivered. At a cafe in East London the morning after the interview, one local told a reporter, "I've voted Labour all my life. But I don't feel safe here anymore." And when Farage said that he wasn't wrong, others had a different take. Farage is a provocateur. He knows how to stir things up. But real solutions take more than sound bites. Still, the fact remains, people are talking. And that is what makes this moment so important. Because for years, Farage was dismissed as a single-issue politician. No. He's positioning himself as the voice of public frustration, especially in cities like London, where trust in traditional leadership is cracking. This wasn't a gaffe. It wasn't a staged confrontation. It was one of those unscripted political moments that cuts through the noise and leaves a mark. Farage knew what he was doing. And Khan, whether he admits it or not, didn't have a solid answer in that moment. The question now isn't just, who won the argument? It's, who's speaking for the people who feel unheard? Because if this is just the beginning of Farage stepping back into the spotlight, then London politics and maybe national politics are about to get a lot more unpredictable. Stay tuned because what happens next may change everything.